In this section, we will have a look at components. We will start by learning how to set up our own components. Then we will take it one step further and customize our component to make it respond to actions and events. And lastly, we will look at handling actions. To handle actions, we use the data down actions up pattern, which is the pattern for handling data in Ember. So let us start with setting up components. In this video, we will generate a component for line item and then we will pass the values to the component from our controller. We will start by making a component to represent each line item. So let us try that out. We will open a terminal window and type the command Ember generate component followed by the name of the component. In our case, it would be line item row. It is very important to note that in Ember, components could have a name like line item or line item row, but it would never be something like line item. This helps the components to be aligned with the W3C specification for custom elements. We see that this generate command has created 3 files for us: a component handler file, a template file, and a test file. Let us open the component template. In this component template file, we will add the contents from our index template, that is the table row for each line item. Let us paste that here, and in our index template we need to make a call to our line item row. We also need to provide a reference to the line item inside our component. We can do that by typing something like model equal to line item and replacing each instance of line item with model in our component template. Now when we load our browser, we see that the line item UI is a bit messed up. That is happening due to the fact that each component in Ember is wrapped in a div which has a class of Ember view, whereas we are interested in a table row. So we can change that by opening our line item row component file and defining the tag name to be a table row. Since we add the tag name to be a table, we no longer have the need to add another table row here. So let us knock that off. And then we see that our application has loaded as before, except for the percentage column which displays NaN. That can be fixed by passing in the value of the total amount which is defined on the index controller. So we can go back to the index template and add a reference to the total amount like so. And now our percentages work as before. And thus we have seen how to create our own components. To conclude, we generated a component for line item and then we set up attributes on our component from the controller.